So I just got a seller lead from a fellow Worth Clark agent. All I really know is his name, his address. I know it's in South County somewhere. So I did call him just to touch base, and he was on the other line, so he's going to call me back. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for his phone call, we are going to jump on the computer. I'm going to show you my thought process, how I dig in, and what kind of homework I do before actually sitting down and meeting with the client. So the only information I have on this homeowner is his name. So I come to Maris here. We're going to start in Realist. So we launch that. We want to make sure that we've got the right county. St. Louis, yep, apply, we're good. So as that populates with the search button there, he did tell me it was in South County, which tells me it's probably down around here somewhere. So if we click one, let's start outside in, and what do we know? Ta-da, Paul Voorhees, we got lucky. Run the report. So what I see here is that he bought the house in 2008 for $153,000. 2008 was a bad year. He probably overpaid at $153,000. But it's 1,008 square feet, and it is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. So I've got my listing questionnaire that I've printed out, but we want to confirm that it really is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. If that's 2 full baths or if it's 1.5. We need to find out if it's a 2-car garage, if he's made any updates, kitchens, baths, things like that. So at 1,008 square feet, get out your calculator, we go $153,000. So $153,000 divided by 1,008. He paid I'm going to round up. He paid $152 a square foot for this house. He overpaid. Right now, houses that are updated sell for $150 a square foot. But as we go down, the main characteristics I want to look at is we want to see here, okay, it's a 2-car garage. I'm going to make a little side note that it was $152 a square foot, because all of this is going to come into play as we go. And I'm just going straight down my listing questionnaire. And I'm trying to get as many questions answered as I can before he calls me back. We want to find the real AVM. This is usually a very good number. It's usually the number you would expect to end up at. So if their house, if I go in there and it's shag carpet and blue walls and yellow bathrooms, I don't want to list at 180. I'm gonna hopefully talk them down from there. But if it's nice, stainless appliances, nice kitchen, I think 180 will be a good number. But I really need to see it in person. And I do ask them a lot of those questions on that listing questionnaire. So I'm going to copy this address, Control C. I'm going to come over here, start a new search. Always start with Zillow. Even though Zillow can be a trash number, they're getting better and better. And honestly, this is the number that most homeowners are going to see. So I'm going to make a little note of that down at the bottom of my page. That would put it at 198 a square foot. So I make a note of that and I move on. Okay, so the next place I'm going to look is Remine. Launch it here. Sometimes Remine is a little bit too, has too much variable in it, but let's see what they give us. Search, address, paste. Here it is. All right, Remine is giving us an estimate of $195,000. So I'm going to write that down. So the other valuations are showing a range of, call it 156. I'm going to write this down. 156 all the way up to 234. But we just want to know what public records look like so we know what we're really up against when we go into this meeting with them. Because if they've seen a valuation of $200,000 on Zillow, that's probably what they're expecting. So the next place we're going to go is to Matrix. And we're going to do our own search. So we're going to go search, residential, detail. I'm going to look at everything that's active, coming soon, pending, and closed, residential. Let's go ahead and just do one story. age, I'm going to go 1+. That's the way you get rid of new construction. So we want to go, let's go a half mile out. So you can see now we've got the map search area selected up here. We've got 34 results. Let's go ahead and give ourselves down here for the garage spaces. Let's give ourselves a 2-car garage. All right, we got 11. Let's also limit our square footage. We're going to go 800 to 1200, and that gives us 6. All right, let's see what that 6 looks like. So I see here, average days on market looks good. Price per square foot, anywhere from $145 to $255, also good. Usually what I will do is I will delete the outliers. So we're going to take off, ooh, wait, this one's on the same street. Usually I would take off the low and take off the high. That way you've got everything in the middle. But because this one's on the same street, let's see what this one looks like. It just sold a year ago. Yeah, looks like the same house. And it just sold for $171. Oh man, look at that. It was listed at $160. Oh my gosh, they're gonna die. So let's see what theirs looks like. The roof looks bad, looks old. It doesn't really look like a 2-car garage to me. Let's see what it says down here. Garage info, right there in the middle, 2. All right, take their word for it. Looks small to me. All right, updated, stainless appliances, new backsplash, unfinished basement. Okay, so if we've got a great finished basement, maybe that'll help us. So Bertrand, we're going to keep that one on here. Let's look at the map. So this shows us this is where we're at. Okay, these two are really far away. They're in other subdivisions. So I'm going to come in here. Exclude this shape. There we go. So we go back to our results, and now we've got these 4. Now these 2 are a little bit small. Let's see what this one is that sold for $255 a square foot. Also looks a lot like our house. What? Oh my gosh. I'm not impressed. I don't know about you guys, but I was expecting this thing to be like out of the park. Oh, we're going to leave it on there. I think we've got some good comps here. I like it. So when he calls me back, I've seen what these pictures look like. We're gonna find out what his house looks like. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take these, click the box, get them all. Print to CMA, print to PDF. This is what I would take with me on the listing sales call. You can see here that there's one that's pending, and I will call this agent and find out, hey, what did you guys get? Because it was only on market 4 days. I bet they got 200 for this thing. Listed at 180. It's smaller than ours, so all right, this is making me a little more optimistic. Average price per square foot, 190 a square foot. My gosh, I like it. I'm going to suggest a list price to them of 180 at this point. I believe they're not going to like it. They're going to see this 202. I would expect if we list at 180, we should reach that 200 price point. So not as dismal as I originally had thought. So then the last place I'm going to go, and this is what I would email them before our appointment, so that way they can start having some realization of their own. I'm going to come here to RPR, and RPR is going to give us a really nice report. So we're going to paste their address in here, search. Here it is. Okay, RPR is giving us a little more realistic 184. Create a CMA. And again, this is what I'm going to email to them because it makes a really nice and concise report. I don't print this out and bring it with me. It's too much. So confirm the facts, confirm and close, find the comps. All right, so this map here gives us, like, this is our searchable area. We aren't drawing anything. We're not going out a mile radius. What you see in the map is your searchable area. So we're going to go single family home. An appraiser can only look at closed listings. But for our purposes here, we're going to leave the pending. Within the last 6 months, I think that's going to cut out some of our comps, but that's fine. It's been a very hot market. Let's just leave that at 6 months. Beds, let's just only do 3 baths, 1 to 2. Livable square footage, let's go 800. Let's leave the 1300, see what we find. See, maybe we'll find something else. All right, search. Okay, so our house, if we remember, was built around what, 59, 60. So all right, this one's very similar. The star shows that RPR used this in their comping purposes. So we're going to go 3.2, 1,062 square foot. I like it. Let's keep it. And you see the picture over here. So yep, we're going to keep that one. This one, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, smaller square footage. No, let's not use that one. Look, it was low anyway. This one looks good in pictures. 3.2, $255 a square foot. Holy balls. That's just way too expensive for these houses. What the heck? I hate to put it in there. That's going to skew our numbers. Let's see if we can find something better. Even though it is accurate, it really truly is a comp, but let's bypass this one for a second. Let's do it. All right, we're going to take that one. We'll take this one. Here's one. Same square footage. Oh, that picture's terrible, but 3, 2, let's do it. We're going to take it. All right, that's enough. I mean, 4 is really enough. What do we have? 4. Perfect. All right, update valuation and close. And then you're going to see that our range is 181 to 216. And then we're going to create the report. So a seller's report is what we're going to create. I'm just going to email this to myself because I don't want to lose all this work that I just did. And I don't know his email address. Let's see, run report. And it takes a few minutes and then it'll email me a copy of it. Here we go. So see, it did adjust. I think that's a different number now. Anyway, $200,000 is what it's saying now. I kind of liked the 180 better. So I'm going to email him that. I might shoot myself in the foot a little bit. But again, here's the range and we will pound him and tell him, look, 200,000 is what we expect to end at. That is not a list price. That is what we will expect it to appraise for. That's not where we start our listing. We start our listing at a more reasonable number so that way we aren't having to justify ourselves and beg people to come look at it. We want to create high traffic, a lot of excitement. You want your buyer pool to be as broad as possible. But anyway, the lower we can make this beginning number for the list price, the broader our buyer pool, the more traffic we're going to generate, and that's how we wind up with multiple offers that are going to drive us up to this number. So that's important that we point that out. This is a number that we think it's going to appraise for. This is the number we're hoping to land on when all the offers are in. It's not our starting point. Okay, I've beat that as much as I can. But when I go on my appointment, I'm going to bring a copy of the tax records. I'm going to point out this number right here to him. And I'm also going to bring my CMA. Let me do that math again. At 189 a square foot puts us at 190. So yeah, all numbers are leading back to this, 180, 190. So I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good when he calls me up now. I wish he would have called so you could have heard our conversation.